spill the theories to spill some theories. Boy, am I excited for this one. Are you ready for yet another theory spill? I sure am. Quick reminder that this video contains spoilers. If you haven't played any of the Little Nightmares games, I suggest you look away. You have been warned. Also, these gameplays aren't mine. All rightful owners have been linked down below. Alright, hope you enjoy the video. This video topic is something I've wanted to do for a while, and I'm glad a lot of you also wanted to see it happen. Today's video is about our one and only lovely Janitor. I know I've made a video on this guy already, but it was rather rushed, and I don't believe I even did a voiceover. Not only this, but I even wanted to sprinkle in some more information. Basically, I will be doing this video as if I'd never done my previous one. Quick PSA that all of the theories I am going to talk about today are based off that the whole timeline is a time loop. Otherwise, some of these wouldn't work. Alright, let's get into it. Let me first of all describe the Janitor. As most of us know, he is the first big antagonist that we see. The first time we meet him is in the prison chapter where he briefly appears dragging a cage across the floor. The second time we meet him is in his workshop wrapping up some children. We meet him again in the beginning of the first DLC, The Death, and during the second DLC, The Hideaway. On the contrary to other antagonists, the Janitor has a disability. He can't see. No other antagonist has an impacted sense, only him. The Janitor, also known as Roger, is a monster with long, disproportionate limbs. He has what I would like to call a melon head. His eyes seem to be covered up with some kind of mask. Some even believe that it's his skin that's starting to roll on itself over his eyes. He wears this huge demonic smile that exposes his very small teeth. Quick little side note, let's talk about cool little fun facts. The Janitor was actually supposed to appear in the kitchen chapter and in the guest area for some reason. I'm so sorry guys, I started laughing because I hilariously messed up something. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this in, but hey, anyway. So, like I was saying, the Janitor was actually supposed to appear in the kitchen and in the guest area for some reason. We know this because if we look at the first Little Nightmares trailer, we can see him appear in both those areas. Unfortunately, due to copyright reasons, I can't show the actual trailer on here, but I'll leave the link so you can view it for yourself. The first theory that I would like to talk about today is my theory about the Janitor being the shoe monster. Believe it or not, there are a few clues that hint this out to me. The shoe monster is this small little enemy that we encounter in the second chapter of Little Nightmares 1. Basically, if Six lands in the shoes, something will start moving towards her to catch and kill her. The shoe monster is very similar to another enemy we see in Very Little Nightmares in a dumpster. Same thing happens. When the girl in the yellow raincoat lands in the trash, something starts chasing after her. Alright, enough blabbering. I believe that the Janitor is the shoe monster. The first reason as to why I believe this is because of this part of the gameplay. When Six is trying to escape the Janitor and ends up in a clock room, the Janitor comes out of a hole in the ceiling. Not only did he come out of nowhere, but a bunch of shoes fell along with him. The only reason that I see fitting for this is because he was in a pile of shoes and carried a few unwanted shoes when he got out of that pile. Let's not forget that in his elevator, there are boxes of shoes. There's only a few shoes in his workshop close to the trapdoor Six had to open. Not only this, but the shoe monster is located right next to the room where Six gets captured by Roger for the first time. It would be easy for him to get from that room over to the shoe monster room very quickly to catch Six or just any other escaping child. Another known theory about the shoe monster is that it is actually a huge leech. Don't get me wrong, this theory is very possible. The main hint for this is the animation when Six gets caught. The animation closely resembles when a leech catches the player. I personally prefer my Janitor theory since I think it makes more sense, or it's more interesting than a leech, but we're all entitled to our own opinions. Let's move on to another theory. The Janitor is an older version of the blindfold kid, also known as the toddler. I'm going to state this again. I know I say it a lot, but I have to. I am an avid believer that all the children we see in Little Nightmares becomes a monster that we encounter. I believe that, in this case, the toddler grows up to become the Janitor. I'll explain why I believe this and basically what happened. Basically, in the comic, the toddler ends up getting kidnapped through a TV after he hears some screaming. Fun fact, the scream we hear is from Monster 6. He probably heard it through the TV. What I believe happened after this is that he got taken to the signal tower. So, in summary, the same thing that happened to Six after she got taken through a TV by Thin Man. Thin Man took the toddler to make him a temporary host for the tower, so he could have time to find his old self, aka Mono. After finding Mono, he took Six, made her the host. But then, what happened to the previous host, who was the blindfold kid? Let's first talk about what happened to him when he was in the tower. His body started to become disproportionate. His arms became longer, just like Monster 6 and Thin Man, his legs shorter, his blindfold melted onto his face, forever blinding him. Then Six replaced him, so he was now free. The last question we need answered is how he made it to the maw. My main guess would be because of the ferryman, since this was the same way Six made it through the maw. Something I forgot to mention, the janitor seems to know the Veronica song. Don't forget that this song can be heard in the Pill City and in the Signal Tower. Think about that. Last point of the video. Is the janitor truly evil? I will make this real simple. No. Personally, no, I do not believe so. Let's not forget that Roger is blind. He doesn't know who he is chasing. Yes, his job is to keep all the children in their place and take care of them. We never once see him kill a child. In the first DLC, he is seen chasing after a child and carrying the kid back to their room, I imagine, but he never hurt the child. The twin chefs put Six in a boiling pot when they catch her. The guests eat her. The lady, well, I'm not sure what she's doing, but I think she's turning Six into a gnome. The hunter shoots you. The teacher probably eats you. The viewers do that. The bullies tear you to pieces. The doctor, well, he only catches you, so maybe he isn't evil too. My point is that all the other antagonists kill the player when caught, but not Roger. He just catches you and starts to dance. Another point I would like to add is that Roger probably knows who Six is, since they could have seen each other in the signal tower. If he knew that she was the one he was chasing after this whole time, I think he would have helped her escape. But he's blind and there's no dialogue, so there's no way he could have possibly known. Alright, we're done with this one. This was extremely fun to make, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. So what do you think? Once again, this is purely based on what I believe and what I researched. You always have room to decide what you believe is true and what isn't. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe and comment on some of your theories. Take care, and I will see you guys soon for more theory spills.